Hi, I'm Srisha. In this video, we'll discuss about inter-process communication in Java Spring Boot application. Generally, what happens is we'll have many services in an application which perform, where each service perform its own function. To establish communication between all those services for the application as a whole to run, we use inter-process communication. Um, yeah, in this video we will discuss about one application interacting with DB and another will interact with that application to display. I'm using MySQL. I have already created one database name called hospital and table name called patient and inserted some data. Um, Now I'll go through I'll give you the code flow of how it can be done. I have already created two application Spring Boot application called server data body and consumer data body. Server data body interacts with the database and it fetches the data, and that's it. And but the printing of the data will be done by consume data body. Consume data body will hit the URL of serve data body. I mean the method of the serve data body fetches that data and displays it. Okay, I'll run the application to show the output and then we'll see the code flow. Make sure the both application are running on different port. For example, consume data body I'm running on 8081 and serve data body will be of same default port of 8080. And to serve data body, if you can go to this pom.xml file, I have installed some dependency like MySQL connector, JDBC and JPA. We can go with implementing that CRUD repository, but to keep simple I am just doing like this. And that's it from dependencies. Now I'll give you the code flow. In server data body I have created one class called fetch data from database. Yeah, in the meanwhile we can see the output as this one. Observe that I first ran serve data body and consume data body and we got the output from consume data body. I'll show you the code flow how it is done. So in server data body I have created one class of the type configuration and data source. In data source I have given all this information about the database so that this can interact with the database and fetch the data. So URL, username, password and everything. Security can be used. Of course we can do this in application properties, yeah, but to keep it safe, password safe and all, we can use here. And I have created one more bean of the type JDBC template which has the method to interact with database, and I'm passing this data source to JDBC template so that it can interact with the database. And I have created one controller REST controller class so that the other service will have an address or like URL to call this method. So in the get mapping, so the because other service has to get the result, right? So I have created one method. The JDBC template had query for list which takes this SQL, the SQL query, and this will interact with the database to fetch the results. We can also use the SQL file and do all those stuffs, but to keep it simple I'm doing like this. Yeah, and if we come to consumer data body, yeah, in the starting of Spring Boot application I have created a bean of the type application runner. This will run as soon as the application is started. This is an anonymous. As soon as the application started I got the output, right? So that's why application runner can be used. And I have created one more class called client demo which I have auto wired, and in this method I'm using the same URL which I showed from the service data body, which we call hit that method, and I'm using client object. So client, what will do, it will hit the URL, get the output. So that was a client do. And in HTTP request I'm like I'm building one get request. Get request can be built like this and pass the URL here, and in the HTTP response if the request is okay, it is successful, then I'm printing the body of the response, or else I'm printing the error. That's all I'm doing. So I'll get the output. So this is for get request. For put and post we can do something like this. So that's it, we got the output here, and this is how we can reconstruct the port. Yeah, thank you.